The spaceport cafeteria was always loud, but that day, the laughter was sharper than usual. Travelers in armored suits, alien merchants with wide tails, drone pilots with glowing visors, they all turned toward the entrance. Because she had entered. The alien girl. Her name was Rula, a young worker from the gentle, slow-moving species called the Viruni. They were round-bodied, soft-skinned, and peaceful. But to most outsiders, especially humans and other slim-built species, Viruni looked fat. And people laughed. Rula felt every whisper stab into her heart. She kept walking, holding her bag close. Her hands shook. She wasn't here to fight. She wasn't here to argue. She just needed work. But the crowd didn't care. A group of alien pilots snickered loudly. Look! The gravity shift is coming, run before she rolls over us. Another shouted, Hey, Rula! Did you eat the moon today? Laughter exploded across the cafeteria. Rula lowered her eyes. Her round cheeks warmed with embarrassment. Her species stored emotions differently, her body actually changed color slightly, turning a soft purple when she was stressed. People only laughed harder. She forced herself to keep moving. She had no home. No money. No family left. She just needed a job, any job. But no one wanted her. No one, except maybe, the human. Enter, Jace Marlin. Jace Marlin sat alone near the corner, repairing a broken mining drone. He was one of the few humans who stayed on the Outer Rim world's dangerous, lonely places where pirates attacked often and the law barely existed. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. He was just decent. He saw Rula freeze under the cruel laughter. He watched her small round shoulders tremble. And unlike the others, he didn't laugh. Instead, he sighed. Poor kid, he muttered. She just wants a chance. When Rula finally gathered courage to approach him, she bowed her head deeply. Human worker, my name is Rula, she whispered. I am looking for work. I can clean, cook, repair miner machines. I learn fast. Please consider me. Her voice shook. It wasn't weakness, it was hope trying to survive. Jace put down his tools. You can repair machines, he asked gently. Rula nodded fast. Yes. My species specializes in fine motor work. Our fingers are very sensitive. Jace raised an eyebrow. Most people assumed Viruni could only eat and sleep. Nobody believed they had real skills. All right, he said finally, show me. The test that stunned everyone. He handed her a damaged microchip. It was a tiny thing, smaller than a human fingernail. A drone pilot nearby smirked. No way her sausage fingers can fix that, he whispered. Rula ignored the comment. She took the chip, and her fingers moved. Fast. Precise. Like delicate instruments made of living silk. She repaired the broken circuits in under 12 seconds. Jace's jaw dropped. The pilots stopped laughing. The cafeteria fell silent. Rula gently placed the chip back into Jace's hand. It should work now, she whispered. He tested it. The drone came to life instantly, hovering smoothly. Jace stared at her, not with pity, but with respect. You're hired, he said. Rula's eyes widened. Her voice broke with gratitude. Really? You mean it? Of course, Jace said. Anyone who can fix that is a genius. Rula tried to hide her smile, but her whole body brightened, a Viruni reaction of pure happiness. The job that changed everything. From that day, Rula worked with Jace every morning. She cleaned the shop. Fixed damaged parts. Sorted tools faster than any robot. Cooked meals when Jace forgot to eat. She even began humming while working, soft, melodious sounds that calmed the entire workshop. Within a week, the shop transformed. Customers arrived in long lines. Is the Viruni girl here? The repair master? I heard she can fix what robots can't. She repaired my ship's shield system in 5 minutes. Jace smiled proudly. Rula glowed with joy. For the first time in her life, she felt seen. The jealous pilots. But some people didn't like her success. The same alien pilots who mocked her now felt threatened. "This is bad," one hissed. "People come to her for repairs, our business is dying." Another growled, "She's making us look slow and stupid. We need to stop her." And so they planned. Late one night, they broke into Jace's workshop. They smashed tools, destroyed machines, ripped apart Rula's carefully organized shelves. And worst of all, they framed her. They placed Veryuni fingerprints on everything. The next morning, officers stormed the shop. "Rula of the Veryuni, you are accused of sabotage." Rula collapsed to her knees, shaking. I didn't. I would never hurt Jace's workshop, never." The pilots stood in the crowd, pretending to be shocked. "She must have gotten jealous," one said loudly. "These creatures get emotional easily," another added. People murmured. Doubt spread. Rula's eyes filled with tears. Her dream, her work, her place in the galaxy, was about to be destroyed. Until Jace stepped forward. The human who stood up. "Enough," Jace said, stepping between Rula and the officers. "She didn't do this." The officer frowned. "How can you be sure?" Jace pointed at the broken machines. "These cuts, these tears, they weren't done by her hands. Veryuni fingers are round. These marks are sharp, done by someone with claws." Everyone froze. The crowd turned to the alien pilots. Jace continued, "Also, I installed cameras last week." He played the recording. The pilots were caught on video committing every act. Gasps rippled through the crowd. The officers arrested the pilots on the spot. The crowd turned toward Rula, not with mockery this time, but with shame. We're sorry. We judged you wrong. You're amazing. Forgive us." Rula wiped her tears. "It's okay," she whispered. "I just want to work, and be useful." Jace placed a hand on her shoulder. "You're more than useful, Rula. You're the best partner I've ever had." Her entire body shimmered with warm gold. Rula had changed everything, not by fighting, but by showing her true skill, true heart, and true courage. And from that day on, no one ever laughed at her again.